SBS contributor Matt Davis is in Rangoon and has spent the past 48 hours touring the worst-hit regions. He says the military government has commenced a clean-up operation, but cyclone victims are having to fend for themselves.
The clean-up process has begun. However, there's no restoration in power and water, and communications are still down in the most part. The atmosphere is one of a little bit of concern about supplies, and there is a bit of tension in the air about that, and for obvious reasons there's not a lot that can come into the country at this point in time. I've just come back from out in some of the affected regions in the Delta. There is absolutely no communication from there coming out at the moment, but through what we've seen, villages have just been obliterated by the cyclone. Many of them, most of the shelter has been destroyed. Lots of villages remain underwater. People there are very short on food, quite desperate, and the United Nations has been, and other international aid organisations have been able to reach areas in a limited capacity, but as yet haven't been given the green light to properly address the situation.
One of the early criticisms was that the military wasn't responding fast enough. Is there any sense that they have now a committed, positive action or response to this disaster?
Many of the areas in the region that we visited hadn't had any contact with any relief provided by the government, and were quite distressed or angry as a result of that. In the more severely affected regions, I do believe the military is providing some sort of relief. They've pledged $5 million at this point in financial assistance to the problem, which may well not be enough to deal with this disaster. Yangon has come up. They have helped around town in a limited capacity, but there's still quite a bit of discontent about the reaction the government has had towards this disaster.
OK, Matt Davis, thanks so much for that update.